Alright, y'all. Obviously, we're sitting inside the truck right now. I told you we're waiting to figure out the front end situation. Like I said, supposedly today, tomorrow, something like that, I'm supposed to get a rendering or design of the front end. And yeah, I guess we'll see what happens from there. Yeah, I'm pretty optimistic. I won't lie to you about that. I hope it works out, but until then, we do have plenty of other things to work on. And so what I'm doing right now is, if y'all remember in my videos a long time ago when I did the upper frame rails, I made it to where my blow-down tubes would actually go through it. Sorry about the TV in the background. I got a random movie playing. So anyway, we have these. It's going to be something like that on both sides. So you get the idea. And then I'll weld my AN fittings on the other side. But what I'm using these for is to mark the outline of this, so I know exactly how much to cut out so it can breathe. But I just kind of want to show y'all where we're at with it, where we're going with it, what we're doing, other than sitting in it making car noises. But all right, let's get these traced out and get the holes punched in these upper frame rails so I can get these burned in. Yo, I just took like a 10-minute video. Never hit the record button. I was just talking to myself the entire time. Cool. Take two. We'll try again. We got the holes punched in on the upper double frame rails right there. When we started building this chassis, I knew that I was going to make those tubes sealed on the end so we can pass the puke tank hoses through the upper frame rails. Be two less hoses actually going through the firewall. So that was my plan. So I punched those holes, and I have the little pieces that I'm going to weld onto those frame rails already done. It's already coked. Looks good. I'm happy with it. Fits good. Now, thanks to Monkey Fab Garage, okay, they have the nice billet pieces I need for -16 AN, and that's what we're going to weld onto this, because the hose is going to screw onto this and run to the puke tank. But they, yeah, it looks good. I need to weld it up. I'll weld the fittings on the table right here. That way it's easy to weld all the way around it. And then we'll put the pieces in the truck, and I'll weld them in the truck. You know, and big news on the front end situation. We kind of talked about that a little bit. I've been hung up on that. I couldn't proceed with turbo placement because I wasn't exactly sure what we were going to do about the front end situation. And what I mean do about it was all these individual fiberglass pieces just weren't fitting up that great. And it's no fault of, you know, my boy Ricky at Racer's Edge. He made these parts. They are killer, okay? They are meant for a full factory bolt-on deal, okay? So you can use a Rhodes core support, which is what I have. But all that stuff is heavy. Ricky built this stuff with an amazing finish, amazing quality. It can handle street activities. But when it comes time for me to try and put all this together, being that it's not even on a factory frame, I'm having to get creative with the core support. The core support's adding weight. The fenders are heavy. The hood's heavy. You know, heavy in perspective terms. Okay, this whole front clip together doesn't weigh a whole bunch more than a one-piece front end, but the one-piece front end has a lot less moving components. You know, so it should fit better essentially. Because the way this fits, I'm just not happy with it at all right now. That's why I held off. Now the company that wants to do something for me out of Florida, they said they would make the GMC deal for me, but I've kind of just been holding off a little bit, seeing, you know, what they're going to do, if they're actually going to pull through. A lot of people say stuff and never actually pull through, you know, and so I try not to get my hopes up until something actually starts happening, and it's starting to happen. He sent me a picture. This is early stages. They're getting ready to make the mold out of this one-piece front end that he's already getting fitted. But we will have the first one-piece GMC Pro Modified front clip in the world that I'm aware of. And what I mean by pro modified is the center peak of it, the center of it, is pulled out 3 inches. So it gives it just, instead of being a flat front, it kind of gives it a little angle, helps the aerodynamics. 1/8 mile is going to make a huge difference, probably not. But I do plan to run 1/4 mile a few times with this thing. I have some goals. So I think everything will help. We're going to have to deal with the being called pro mod drama. Whatever. I'm dealing with it now. It's still the same wheelbase. It's not changing. It's not big, long stretch front end or nothing. It's literally just kind of pulled out 3 inches in the center and the front. It's not overall longer. It's just the center grill area is pulled out, which is also a huge advantage for us on mounting these ginormous turbos. So especially since that will work out, that'll give us a little bit more room and make life a little bit easier on me. Because right now it's tight. It's tight trying to get that fitted up. You know, and we probably would have already had all the turbos and everything mounted if this front end would have just fell together and fit perfect and stuff. But I kept fighting. We haven't worked this hard on the rest of the truck to have some misalignment with that. So again, I love the products. Ricky that makes this stuff, he is awesome. Racer's Edge fiberglass, I still recommend it to anybody. As far as trying to squeeze up on a tube chassis deal, I know several people that have done it, you know, and it turned out good for them. It's just maybe for me, maybe I'm not capable of fitting it up good. I don't know, maybe whatever. I just prefer the one-piece deal. That way when I take it off at the track, it's stable enough to stand on its own as well, to make life a little easier, because we will always have to pull the clip off this to service things. The plugs you get from the bottom, you know, it's part of it. This is a race car. This is not a street car, it's a race car. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop a picture of that front clip. Remember, this is a rough end deal. They're gonna make a mold out of this front end once they finalize everything, but you'll get the idea, and it looks sick. Drop a comment, let me know what you think. And I'm gonna go ahead and get these puke tank tubes welded up and put in the truck, and then I'm gonna see what we're gonna move on to next. I'm not 100% sure yet. We do have tons of stuff to do. It's just kind of all over the place stuff. Where we're gonna mount electronics, how we're gonna mount them, all that kind of stuff I have to consider, because I'm making tabs and brackets now. So I also need to weld up the Hammerconcepts dual parachute mount too. But anyway, all right, let's go get these puke tank tubes welded in now that I've had to retake this video twice. So I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. All right, sitting down, taking a little break. Probably shouldn't be sitting down taking a break. We ain't getting nothing done. We got these welded on. Y'all can see them poking out there. Don't laugh at my tape. I don't have spare hands, but you do what you got to do. Okay. Now we need to get those things welded in, and I'm gonna get them burnt in. Ain't gonna take much. It's gonna be pretty simple. I'll show you, you know, when it's done without the tape. So y'all don't make fun of me yet. It's not done, obviously. And yeah, and we'll see what we'll move on to next. And this weekend coming up, which I don't know when I'll drop this video, so it might be previous weekend by the time you watch this. Got something pretty exciting. It is work. It's gonna pull away from this truck a little bit, but I'm gonna create content with it and maybe help somebody else out. I'm not gonna say too many more details just yet. I'm gonna make sure everything works out. I think it's pretty cool. It goes along with the race program for sure. It's gonna need some work, so I'll let y'all's mind kind of run wild there. But that's where we're at with it. I'm gonna go ahead and get these burnt in, and I'll let you know what we're doing next. Bing bong, we're back. Let me pause this YouTube video. I got a little tin soldiers playing in the background. Always like watch what they got going on. Them guys are funny and good people, I feel. Haven't met them in person yet, but anyway. There's the tubes. That was a little bit of a pain in the butt to weld out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was kind of in a really awkward position. I'm very fortunate to have my beautiful wife out here working the TIG pedal for me. I know everybody says the TIG finger. I don't really like it, so I just have her out here. She works the pedal for me, and we get stuff done. So, yep. I'm gonna see if I can find some like 3D printed, or if somebody makes some Dash 16 caps, because I'm gonna go ahead and pressure test this just to be positive that it's all sealed up. And yeah, we can go on from there. Like I said, I just need some caps so we can pressure it up and all that jazz, and test it, and then we'll mark that as done. I did post on my Facebook the front end I was talking about, and like I said, I probably already dropped it in this video, or maybe I'll drop it right here. Anyway, still, let me know what y'all think of that. So that's pretty exciting. That's coming up in a few weeks. And yeah, I'm happy with these things. I think they look good. I'm happy with it. That's all that matters. One of them looks kind of, almost seems crooked, but it's kind of hard to tell because it's next to the main hoop. I mean the funny car thing. But whatever. So looks good. I'm not totally sure what we're gonna move on to next. Oh, I do need to add these bars here. There's gonna be a little bar to go from here to here. Okay. And that's because I have the dash bar, the pillar bars are separate from the downward pillar bars. They all meet at that one dash bar. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that as like a gusset. It's gonna make me feel better. So we're gonna go ahead and add those. So I need to get those cut and fit up and see if we can get that put in. It's gonna be a little tight with the dash already welded in, but I forgot about them. That's my fault. We can definitely add them though. It's not a big deal. And I'm not sure where we'll go after that. So anyway, another thing off the list. I'm pretty happy with it. I know it's taking me a while. Nothing's moving fast. Got a lot going on. Like I said, got a big thing coming. I'm gonna share that with y'all. I'm gonna take y'all on that journey with me, because it's a project and has something to do with racing, and we're gonna need it. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if y'all haven't already, hit that share button, hit that little bell notification, and hit that subscribe button for me. I really appreciate everybody's support, y'all. This stuff is really taking off, and I think we're gonna go places. So thanks. All right, guys. Told you, wasn't sure what I was gonna do after the little blowdown tube fitting welded on things. I don't know what you call it. They in fittings that we welded onto those tubes to tie into the upper frame rails for the blowdown thing. Whatever. 1 inch chromoly, because they don't make 1 inch dough call. These are compatible together though. I've said it before. I'll say it again just so you know. Dough call and chromoly are compatible. They don't make 1 inch in dough call. Don't know why. Maybe they do now, but when I made the main order, they do not. Like 3/4 of an inch, not 1 inch. So what we got to do here is essentially something like this. Okay. So I'm gonna use my little angle finder, my little Amazon special. Find this angle right here. Go ahead and set up my notcher and see if we can get this coped and fit up. So I'm gonna go do that. I don't think y'all want to watch it, so I'm gonna find my angle, I'm gonna notch it, and I'll show you what the fit up looks like. Now this will be extremely close to the dash that I put in, but I think we can make it work. So we ain't got no choice. So anyway, let's get this cut. All right, y'all, you got TV blaring in the background. I got War in the Woods playing live so I can kind of keep up with what's going on. They're just talking right now, not racing, but kind of, sorry, it's kind of hard to tell. So that's what we're doing. It's a little tight fit on the dash, but it's not impossible. I don't know if I can show you. It's gonna work out. It's gonna be fun to weld that for sure. But yeah, kind of had to cope it by hand, but I think it's gonna work out good, and we'll have all the good bars where we need the good bars, and hopefully we don't ever have to check them, stress test them, whatever you want to call it. So all right, now all we gotta do is match it on the other side. All right, y'all, I don't know about y'all, my allergies are going crazy. that time of year again, I guess. Not fun. Itchy nose, watery eyes, all that jazz. Anyway, check this out. Ooh. Yeah, been wanting to hutch for my box, which is covered in stuff. This box. This hutch. I got lucky. This deal is damaged. I'll show you here. She's beat, but it's on the top, so you can't see it. It doesn't change the function of the door, so I was able to get it for nothing, literally nothing. Just it was the wrong color trim, so we bought the correct trim. It had red trim, so we just got lucky. The dent don't bother me. Nobody's gonna see it. It doesn't matter. But hey, just another nice addition to the toolbox. So today I'm gonna work on getting this heavy thing off this pallet, getting my box cleaned off, and all that jazz. And with that being said, I'm just gonna round out this video right here. Because I doubt there'll be enough time in the day for me to squeak anything else out, unfortunately. This morning, should have been working on the truck, but I decided to go play a round of golf with my dad. Never know how many more rounds of golf you actually get these days. So, anyway, hey, as always, I appreciate everybody. Oh, we did create a Jagjagno built Facebook page, and I'm going to try and upload a lot there as well, little tidbits and pictures and stuff, on everything that we work on, basically. All my projects, everything like that, Jagjagno built. So y'all go check out that page. Go ahead and give it a follow, check it out, and you'll be able to stay up to date with what we're doing. And as always, I appreciate all of y'all. I don't know why y'all watch me do this stuff. It's crazy, but I'm very appreciative. And yeah, drop a comment, let me know what you think. Sorry it's not a whole bunch of progress, but life. So anyway, till next time. All right, just figured I'd show you. I mean, I already talked about everything we do here. Manhandle that by myself up there. By the way, if y'all get a hutch, make sure and get friends, because that is obnoxiously heavy. Yeah, definitely makes it nice. Got to. You can close up your box now. Pretty cool. All right, y'all. Thanks.